Hello everyone, welcome back to Coffee with Kim and Hills. Happy Thursday! It's Thursday.
Woo.
Man, I can't believe it's Thursday.
I know, it's almost the end of the week.
I know, it's very exciting. Are you excited for the weekend? Are you doing anything? Do you have plans?
No big plans.
That's my favorite plan.
Right, it is my favorite plan as well. And I think the biggest thing is that we're finalizing details for my daughter's birthday party.
Yes,
so,
I keep forgetting that our daughter's birthdays are so close to each
so
other.
close, 2 days apart.
That's crazy.
I know. I mean, and a couple of years, but like, you know,
and
whatever.
a couple of years, of course. But yeah, my daughter's birthday is on St. Patrick's Day. Funny story. She has red hair and her name's Murphy. She's a literal leprechaun.
She's adorable.
She's cute.
She's very cute.
And so, and so is Leah. I'm obsessed. I love that little nugget.
Yeah, so she's turning 4, so it's
4?
like a big deal. Like
Oh
she
my
actually is having a
gosh.
birthday party.
And she, like, knows what's going
knows
on.
what's going on. It's a very specific theme.
What's the theme?
Elsa Unicorn.
Oh.
We're doing a mashup. She actually asked for initially, she was like, can I get a piñata of Elsa riding a unicorn? And I was just like,
very specific.
I was like, no, you can choose unicorn or Elsa. I cannot find both together.
A girl who knows what she wants.
Yes. But I had to set the expectations that mommy is not going to be able to find that.
Can I get Elsa riding a unicorn? Oh, wow. If anyone knows where you can find that, please leave that in the comments below. You're going to make her kid's day.
It's true. It's true.
Oh my goodness. Well, we've got some hot topics today. And we're going to start with, will 2022 be the year you pay off your debt? Here's how to make it happen. This is from USA Today. So, depending on the amount of consumer debt you owe, you may be able to pay it off in 2022. I mean, duh, I guess. Right?
Yep. That seemed like you have to figure out how much you have.
Well, they point out, they're like, well, if your debt is more than what you make in a year, you're probably not going to be paying it off that year. So you have to, be reasonable with your expectations. But they offer some questions to ask yourself to kind of see if this is a feasible option for you. How much do you currently owe?
Yep. First of all, figure that out.
Let's start right there.
Figure that out.
How much do you currently owe? Which is funny because I do think some people, based on like what credit card, you might have a bunch of credit cards. Like they don't actually know.
And if you don't look at it all together, you don't think that it's that much.
Right.
They actually had an interesting point of pulling your credit report to see how much you owe overall, which I thought was actually pretty smart. I was like, I never would have thought. I would have gone to my monthly tracker and checked to see how much.
Got the calculator right? And added it all up yourself.
Exactly. Use my Excel sheet because I love a good Excel sheet.
My gosh, A-type over here.
Yes.
B-type on a financial station talking about finances is just, we're a good team. It's a good team. It's a good team. So this is good for me, but all of these tips and tricks, actually, Healthy Wealthy Wednesday is like my saving grace, so I'm always looking forward to that. So yes, how much do you currently owe? Figure that out first. That's very important. What's your current payoff schedule? Assuming you have one.
Yeah, and I think this is where debt calculators or even an Excel spreadsheet can help you figure out how much you would need to pay off each month in order to...
The calculator was interesting to me. I think that's nice to just have something give it to you straight.
Yeah.
It's just the math.
It's just the math.
If you can pay this much a month, you can pay off your debt in 2022.
And actually, I mean, I don't know if I still get this, but one of my, paper credit card statements that I used to get, it used to calculate for you. It had a little box that was like, if you pay the minimum payment, it will take you 36 months to pay off your credit card amount at this time. Or if you, it gave you like 3 different scenarios. One was the minimum payment, one was like, a little bit more, and one was total. And it really was eye-opening. That's why you don't just pay the minimum payment. Right. Because it just compounds.
I thought you were going to say 35 years. That's what I was waiting for. I was like, minimum 35 years probably. Yep, compound interest. We've been talking about this week. Okay, the next question. Can you refinance to make debt payoff easier? Yeah, you could potentially take out a loan and use that to repay existing debts. This is a case-by-case
basis.
Yeah.
There's also sometimes you get a credit card that says if you move a balance to the credit card, you'll have zero interest for 24 months or something. And if you think that you can actually pay off your credit card, the whole thing within that period of time, sometimes it is a really great deal.
Yeah, no interest, come on.
Yeah. So, take advantage of those things, but make sure you do the math so you aren't paying more if you aren't going to pay it off.
Yes. Do all the steps. Okay, can you rework your budget to devote more money to debt repayments? So it's budgeting. That's, from Healthy Wealthy Wednesday. Look at where you can pull back, and maybe where you're pulling back, can you put that towards the debt?
Right. I mean, and depending on the level of your debt, maybe it's you got rid of 3 subscriptions, so you have an additional $40 a month that you can put towards your debt.
About this week as well. Pay attention to those rising costs of all of your subscriptions that we know you signed up for over the pandemic.
Exactly. Maybe you've gotten rid of 3 apps and 3 subscriptions, and you have some extra cash. Can you put it towards your debt so that you're paying that off?
That's right. So if you can answer all of these questions and you're like, yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. Yes, I can do this too. You might be able to become debt-free in 2022. 2022 will be your year.
You know it.
We're here to help. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be back with more hot topics and hot coffee.
Hot topics.
Okay, welcome back. All right, now we're going to talk about artificial intelligence. What effects does AI have on personal finance? From Tech Talks.
I thought that this was an interesting article in the fact that it talks about how AI is usually associated with automation of things and how it can be super helpful with some aspects of personal finance. Most notably, helping to monitor fraud, which I was like, oh, that's an interesting application I wouldn't have thought of.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that already what is sort of monitoring fraud? I
would imagine.
I can't picture someone actually at Chase Bank, like, watching my account diligently and being like,
definitely.
She's rarely in Texas. She wouldn't buy that dress. You know what I mean?
There's definitely one. They're paying somebody to definitely just look at your individual account every day. Yeah.
I want to meet my person that's tracking my account. They're doing a great job. They flagged things over the course of my life, and I appreciate it. But yeah, the idea that like AI might be like able to consider your personal finance details and formulate the best plan of action for you. I mean, it's kind of, wow, it's very futuristic, but I'm not surprised. That's what's happening. I mean, we kind of are experiencing it in all facets of our life, really, at this point. So, but my question is, and I wonder, because your husband is, he works in this world.
Right, he does.
Is there fear that, robots are going to come and steal their thunder?
I don't think so. It's not a conversation we have actually had, which we probably would have had it if it was a fear.
We need to put him on the spot and bring him in here and interview him one day.
But I think, there are robo-advisors already.
Robo-advisors?
Which is basically probably AI. I don't know the technology behind it. But it's not so much from my understanding, is that it's not so much a robo-advisor where you would get a full financial picture from a financial advisor, but but typically they're used by people who they want to play in the stock market, but they might not have, some of the minimums to get into other places, or they want to do it themselves a bit, but they also want a little bit of guidance. So they're using algorithms to help manage their accounts.
Right, okay.
Which I think is a great application for it, or can be. I don't think that financial advisors will necessarily go away because money is such an emotional topic.
Right.
And I don't know if, and maybe AI will get there. I don't know, but maybe, I feel like you kind of need that emotional connection with somebody who, your financial advisor doesn't have emotions tied to your money, but they understand your emotions tied to your money.
Right, and reasons for what you want to do might not always,
fit into an algorithm.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because we are human.
Right.
And if AI becomes so human-like that they're able to...
Then we're all out of jobs.
then we're just all out of jobs and we're going to live in the metaverse.
You're right.
And I don't know we're going to do there, but I'm sure we'll figure it out.
We'll virtually hang out on couches together, drinking coffee and talking about finance.
Yep. Yep. So AI, they're going to be helping you out with your personal finance. Who's surprised? Nobody here.
Nobody here. Nope. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there'll be great. There already are great applications. I'm sure they'll find more and more.
Those apps.
So it'll be an area to watch as we continue with the technology.
People like really user-friendly things like this. So if you can, it's a quick resource that's reliable, and you can, it's in an app or something that you can just sign up for, and just remember to unsubscribe if you don't want to keep the app. Just remember
that.
Yeah.
That's a tip.
But I could see how, just having that easy access from your phone, to keep track of things is appealing to people. I think easier the better. That's kind of the way of the world right now, isn't it? And that's what I always think when I'm driving anywhere. I'm like, I wouldn't know how to do it if I didn't have my GPS going and telling me exactly where to go. I could drive somewhere 1,000 times and I still need my GPS to tell me where to go. It's very sad, actually. I'm like, am I using my brain anymore at all?
Pretty soon we won't.
I know, pretty soon we won't. On that note, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back. See you in a second. Hey everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to remind you not to miss today's episodes of Elder Talk, Options Crash Course, and Browns in Suits.
You can watch them on ROI TV, on Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or on our apps for iOS or Android. Invest in yourself and check us out.
That's right. See you next week.